So Matt, welcome to Bristol Rovers. How does it feel to have everything finally sorted out?
Delighted, pleased it's finally over the line. Been a long couple of days, and then it's quick turnaround going into the game tomorrow. So really pleased to get everything done. Hopefully looking forward to meeting the players today. Their focus has got to be firmly on the game tomorrow. There's been probably too many distractions for the period of time now from a player's point of view. So we quickly have to focus on what's important, which is tomorrow's game.
The training ground has gone under a lot of development in recent time. What were your first thoughts coming here today?
Well, it's obviously impressive. There's a good amount of land, a good amount of space, room for development and improvement. Speaking to the owners, there's obviously big plans for this place and the stadium as well. So it's exciting to come with a club with that vision. Two good grass pitches, that's always important from a coaching point of view. Firm surfaces, good surfaces, similar to the MEM, so testament to the ground staff. So I'm looking forward to making this home, relocating to the area, moving close to the training ground, and being here as much as I possibly can.
Obviously, it's going to be your home for the next 3.5 years, hopefully. What are your ambitions for not only this season, but for the next couple of years as well?
Look, stability to start with, and I have to say that the caretaker and his staff have done a fantastic job in the interim, and previous manager as well. So the club seems in a good position right now, but I think there is a feeling that we can get a little bit more out of this group of players. There's such potential and quality within the squad. We don't need to unlock it per se, we just need to give it a little bit more structure, a little bit more understanding of how to be successful. I think speaking to the footballing world about this job and about this group of players, everyone says it's a good squad, but we don't win enough games, we don't keep enough clean sheets, we don't score enough goals. Not to say we're in a poor run of form, but to get the maximum out of this group and to get its rewards and dividends, then we have to improve certain areas.
Is there anyone that you've met or played with before at Bristol Rovers currently?
Well, my teams have played against a lot of the players, so I'm familiar with the majority of the group. I played with two players in George Friend and Aaron Collins. Shows my age and shows their age. Obviously managed Giovanni before, but come into contact in various different ways. I played alongside John Marquis when he came on loan from Millwall to Cheltenham a long time ago as well. So familiar with a few faces, but I want a clean slate for everyone, but to take everyone on face value, give one of the fair opportunity that they deserve. They'll understand what I'm all about. I'm very honest, very straight. I expect them to be the same with myself. I'm gaining an understanding about what the club requires and what the supporters require.
You've mentioned your age. You've played and managed before at the MEM. Have you got any memories from being here previously? Well,
majority of the time I played there was for Exeter, or playing or managing Exeter, or even coaching in whatever capacity. So it was always as close to a local derby for Exeter as it could be, and a southwest type fixture. So it always had the billing of a bigger game, always well attended by home and away fans. So always memorable games and games you wanted to be involved in. But the home atmosphere that can be generated there is second to none at this level and probably the level above as well. So that's certainly something we're looking to replicate and improve. That will only go in off the buy-in of the fans and an understanding of what we need from them as much as what they need from us. We have to be united in what we want to achieve, and the way they can create an atmosphere and to generate a positive feel about the club won't go unnoticed, will be hugely appreciated and will be much needed.
For the fans wanting to get to know you, how would you describe yourself?
Straight, honest. I'm a northern lad, simple man. I am what I am in terms of understanding my strengths and weaknesses. I'm looking forward to a bit of a project here, building something. There'll be an on-pitch project which is immediate, and then there'll be off-the-pitch project which you've alluded to already in terms of the training ground and the stadium. Hopefully the fans can start to sense and to see the club is trying to change certain dynamics and start to improve certain areas for their benefit. The stadium's a prime example of that. They'll see the rewards and the benefits of an improved training facility, better interaction with the academy and more youth development as well. So it's an exciting time to be involved in Bristol Rovers, or with Bristol Rovers. I want the fans to get excited in relation to that, to match my excitement, so to speak. But just to give me the opportunity to be myself. And all managers need time. You don't always get time, but we are pretty comfortable in terms of what we want to achieve.
What would you say the characteristics are of a Matt Taylor side?
It depends on the players. It depends on the players. We've all got a philosophy, an ideal in our mind of how we want our teams to look, but it depends on how the players want it to look and how the players buy into what we're going to ask them to do. But they have to be one of the hardest working, if not the hardest working team in the league, which they probably are at the moment, and also understand all facets of the game in that possession. We can go at length in terms of the detail of a game of football, but you know, I have to understand that the best Bristol Rovers teams of the recent history and the long-term history have been up and at them in the faces, aggressive with their game, putting pressure on the opposition as much as you possibly can, and then the way the feel of the stadium will match that.
And finally, have you got a message for the fans?
I'm delighted to be here. It was a big decision, considering where I've come from and the amount of time I've had out in recent weeks. But I don't want to be away from football, and there's not many opportunities, or there weren't many jobs which would make me jump straight back into it. But Bristol Rovers, being the special club that it is, and the potential which I see here, is the reason I made that decision. And we will only be as strong as each other.